Hey Cancer, it's me, the Immoral Oracle, and I'm coming in for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus Collective with a general reading, okay? Anyone with Cancer in those placements, this message could resonate for. Keep in mind that this is just something online, potentially intended for thousands of people. So this may not be your story, and if it is, some parts of it may not be for you. Please use your own intuition, look at the cards yourself, and take what resonates and leave the rest. If you're finding that it just really isn't your story at all this week, and you know your other placements, feel free to check them out in my Zodiac playlist, and otherwise I'll catch you next time. All right, thanks for being here, Cancer. Please go ahead and exchange energy with me. Give this video a like. Talk in the comments about what's going on with you. Let's get connected. That does help future readings on this channel to potentially resonate with you more as well, because I do keep connections in mind like that with those that engage with my work. All right, Cancer, this is going to be a general message for Cancer Collective. Okay. Polar bear. Interesting. Okay, polar bear is an interesting mix of both solitude and friendship. Okay, it's a number 3. Polar bears are incredibly resilient. I mean, they navigate really harsh climate. There's also a little bit of an element with polar bears sometimes as like things not being exactly what they appear, because polar bear has actual translucent fur. It's not white, it just looks white. It's actually clear. There's something to that. Let's see what else. Give me one more animal card, Spirit. I said one. Thank you. I'll take that one. And white pelican. Ease, optimism, grace, and cooperation. Okay. So, polar bear. And white pelican energy. This is interesting. There's something here with different forms of water. This is like something thawing. Hold on. This is about your emotions, Cancer. This is about a shift, change, or cleansing in an emotional sense. All right, you got swan as well. Interesting. Swan is all about, yeah, that first of all, it's about beauty, but it's also about that change, like the ugly duckling. I'm being really drawn to how the woman in that card is blindfolded. White pelican's journey, like their migration is actually quite intense. Hold on. And red fox, which is going to be strategy. All right, so I'm probably speaking to a Cancer who is going through some intense emotional shifting, but it's like self-guided. It's like you're wanting to do this, Cancer. You're wanting to take some kind of emotional journey. You're being clever and strategic about it. But there is something you feel like you don't see. That's really what I'm getting off of Swan. So maybe I can help you with that, Cancer. All right, first card coming out for the situation, Queen of Wands in reverse. There's something you're not taking action towards at this time, Cancer, but you're thinking about it, and you're thinking about it deeply. And I feel like you're actually making some changes in order to go towards it. Is the entire deck upside down? I guess not, but you have 4 of Cups, in reverse. I see. Part of this emotional shift, this emotional change, this depth that you're trying to create in your life, it's about shaking off a sense of being dissatisfied, apathy, stagnancy. Okay, yeah. And King of Swords. Yeah, it's about seeing clearly. It's about emotional maturity. It's about the, because the King of Swords, you guys, he has the farthest vision of any of the, kings in the deck, okay? And paired with King of Cups in reverse, I'm seeing this as, this is a process for you currently, Cancer, where you're tired of being unhappy, you're tired of feeling unproductive. There's been some stagnancy here, and you're making head over heart decisions. At least that's what you're intending to do. That's where this strategy of Red Fox and the beauty of Swan comes in. You want to create more emotional beauty, abundance, and fulfillment in your life, but I'm talking to a Cancer who is realizing or in some kind of process about that, where you're understanding that it somehow has to start with the head so that you can get into the heart. Something like that. And there's some transparency here. But it's like with Swan, you're not quite seeing it. I'm really probably also talking to a Cancer, at least some of you. You're like, you want connection, whether that be romantic or just community. You want connections that feel easy and light and happy and cooperative. All right, so tell me about the blockage for Cancer, Spirit. Tell me about the blockage for Cancer. Whatever Cancer is resonating with this message. The blockage is, okay, under the deck, the Devil. So part of this is looking at your attachments and to what, okay? So the blockage for some of you Cancers with the Queen of Pentacles coming through this way, this is honestly kind of like you not being sure of or skillful at like how to love yourself. I don't know. I'm just going to say it, guys. On this channel, I mean, I keep it real. And it's like there's some kind of illusion or confusion around that, okay? But I'm feeling like the main message of these two cards as a blockage is coming from a sense of attachment, what you've chosen to kind of be bound to from a sense of like nurturing and mothering others versus you. Very Cancer energy. But it's also a matter of like, some of you are actually, like for those of you that are wanting to create these kinds of relationships in your life that are actually like already in one, or some that aren't those things, it's a sense of like what stability or security you may lose if you move towards other things, something else, someone else. And that's kind of got you, it's like you're not seeing clearly, because Seven of Cups for you right now, Cancer, in this reading is like, and that's why you're doing this process of really getting into your clarity and doing head over heart, but also not really taking creative action or sparking anything yet, because you're wading through this Seven of Chalices. You're really in the point right now where this is a balancing act with Queen of Pentacles, with self-care and self-love, self-worth, as well as like stability and security and long-term, like even a wife card for some of you. And it's like you're just navigating. I'm really drawn to this snake right now, and I'm not usually in particular drawn to any of the cups, but it's like the blockage is you really don't, you're kind of in your feels, right? And you're a little bit stagnant because Queen of Pentacles is very grounded. So this is like being in your reality more than being in your head or your heart. Okay, but that's causing conflict here, and that is a blockage for you, Cancer. All right, let's look at the strength. Let's look at the strength for Cancer spirit. I would love to know in the comments how or if this is resonating for you. What you're working on, what this King of Swords is in particular for you. Speak your truth in the comments about the distance that you're trying to span, is what I just heard for some of you. But Spirit, what's the strength for Cancer? What's the strength for Cancer? What's the strength? Okay, Three of Pentacles. Under the deck, the High Priestess. Okay, so the strength is trusting your intuition and taking baby steps. Okay, honestly, I'm seeing that, taking baby steps. This is in this deck right now for your read, Cancer. This is building a foundation, and it is collaborative. Like there is grace, ease, and cooperation with some relationships or situation in your life right now that it's like, you know, you can lean towards that, rely on that. For some of you with this stained glass here, it's literally just a spiritual connection, like you and a deity or fill in the blank. But there's something to that, these baby steps, and just focusing on the foundation and producing, taking actions, small actions towards what you want, towards building what you want. What else for the strength, Spirit? Death. Metamorphosis energy. Working on taking baby steps and embracing the change. And that's a really palatable way to be doing this. That's a huge strength, Cancer, because you're just taking small, consistent actions towards the change that you want. As within, so without. I just heard that. So the more that you do this care and cooperation with yourself or with people, places, or things in your life that do support this shift that you're trying to make, the closer you get to that change, okay? But I'm also seeing release. So there is some way that you are releasing currently that is a strength. So keep doing that, Cancer, okay? On the other side of death, it's not comfortable. That's a lot of what this Seven of Cups emotional illusion or overwhelm is, but it's like just lean into the action. That's what you're doing. That's the strength. Because on the other side of death, like it's such a transition. In theory, you know, it's passing from one life to the next. Okay, Spirit, what is the advice for dear Cancer? Okay, so you've got Five of Pentacles in reverse as the advice, okay? This is important. Focusing on that strength energy with Three of Pentacles and death is important because it's staying out of a space of focusing on what you feel you lack. This is like the advice is the mentality or mindset of creating moments of joy, leaning into connections, people, places, and things that you can trust. For some of you, this is literally getting back in touch with like the emotions of a more hopeful or childlike version of yourself, okay? Because it's not focusing on lack, it's focusing on playfulness, happiness, spontaneity, emotional peace I'm getting. And that's going to be the advice for you, because it's going to help you continue to keep this Four of Cups in the reverse, which is how you want it for this reading, okay? For some of you, flat out, it's like for those of you that were resonating with the like you're already in a relationship but you might want to create other things, it's like moving towards what you know your heart does want. Whatever it is that has kind of sparked this for you, whomever or whatever situation that you were like kind of inspired like to remember an older version of yourself, a younger version of yourself that knew what joy was, or someone or something that feels really familiar to you that you want to go towards, okay? That's going to be the advice. I know that's a little bit all over the place. Under the deck, the Star, because this is moving towards your wish fulfillment, your true sense of joy and happiness, your true sense of healing. And you are healing something with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Like, you are healing something with the Three of Pentacles and death. Whether or not it feels like it, keep hanging on to that, because I see that you kind of know it, okay? You know it. This is going after what you want, Cancer. But you also need to, be real clear with yourself about what you do want. Because in this death process, what you're putting into it, what you're releasing, it's going to affect what you're going to get out of it and where you're going to end up transitioning into, okay? Trust the process. Do the work. All right, I'm going to get one Soul's Journey card to leave you with, Cancer. For Cancer, Spirit. I'm actually going to pull for this. All right, for Cancer, Spirit. What do we got? Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. I feel like I really see a Cancer who wants this kind of love, this Six of Cups connection. Some people call them soul bonds. I mean, I don't, specifically. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Yeah. And there is some fear in that Queen of Pentacles in your blockage and that Seven of Chalices. But this is about trusting that you, with High Priestess that was under the deck and now the Star, that you know where you're going, that you know what you want, that you're worth it, Cancer, and that it is moving you towards a more loving environment, more loving situations, even just within yourself. That is really important for some of you, like really getting in touch with figuring out how to love yourself, so that you can vibrationally draw more of a matched energy towards you. All right, I will leave you with this, Cancer. I'm sending love. Till next time.